The spring season is progressing more quickly in some areas than others. Let's talk with Virginia Yahnke today, an agronomist in the Tomah area on our Allied Cooperative Program. And Jenny, again, we don't have all the crop in yet. Some of the weather has been a real challenge in some areas, especially that heavier ground.
Most definitely. So with it being as wet it has been, spring has kind of been our number one concern. With all the moisture we've been getting, the heat, weeds are really popping. A lot of that fertilizer's already been applied, so it's eating that fertilizer up. And then with that moisture and the wind that we've been having, it's getting hard to get into fields.
So what are our alternatives, and what kind of a schedule, what kind of things should we be doing? I mean, be ready when the weather's ready, but what's the tactics?
Pretty much it's getting in contact with your agronomist, whoever's doing your spraying for you, making sure you have plans in place, herbicides that can go. So if we can't get in the field right away, if there's certain products that we can't use at certain growth stages with the plants, making sure we're changing those prior to being able to get out there in the field.
How much of a challenge have you seen with not being able to keep a schedule? It's still early in the season, as we said, not even all the crop is in yet.
It hasn't been too bad. The most part is just getting out there. So with our soybeans, we got a lot of pre-emergence herbicides out there. So that's kind of been our number one challenge, is just with that, how much moisture and the heat that we had. A lot of beans came up a little bit earlier than what we were thinking or hoping. And then, like we said, we fall behind. We change herbicide programs.
So, Jenny, what kind of challenges are you seeing with the maybe the herbicide differences that we're seeing and the effects herbicides having with maybe being a little off schedule from what we were expecting?
It's not really much of a challenge, I'd say. It's more of just we got to have a plan in place to change those products around.
And as we go forward now, as we get from May into June, strategy changes at all? Because, we've got to get this crop in for crop insurance, obviously, to make a crop, but what kind of scheduling and what kind of contact should farmers be having with their agronomist to make some of these decisions and potentially some changes?
Honestly, it's kind of just be in communication with them, having your agronomist come out, look at your fields. If you have any questions out there or weeds that you're not 100% sure what they are, per se, if you can get someone out there to take a look at them, we can reformulate a plan. It's not a huge deal. It's just getting out there before we're looking at, hey, we need to spray today, that kind of thing.
What kind of weeds have you seen, and any surprises as you expect us to go forward this spring?
No super big surprises. We still got our giant ragweed out there and our water hemp. Those are going to be the two big ones out there that we need to get a hold of, being water hemp mainly.
And as far as the scouting recommendations, walk the fields, what kind of scouting recommendations are you giving to farmers right about now?
Yep, it's definitely walking the fields, looking at your crop, what stage they're at, just because certain herbicides you can't go over certain heights and growth stages as well.
And of course, we're still early in the cropping season, but as far as, weeds are one thing, but insects, what kind of insects, have you seen any yet, or what do you expect going forward? A lot of grass, armyworms, what are you expecting?
I haven't seen any yet, per se. Corn rootworm would be my concern, especially if you got that corn on corn acres. That's going to be the biggest one. If we're going to have, I know it's supposed to be predicted a hot summer again, so then we're looking at your alfalfa insects could be a problem too, such as mites.
And that corn rootworm problem will manifest itself how as we go forward?
Yep, so you'll potentially start seeing it later on in the season with stock issues and root issues. You'll see corn coming down. You'll be looking for moths and larvae throughout the growing season.
So keep your agronomist's phone number handy and get out and walk the fields and take a look. That's the recommendation right now.
Absolutely. Yep.
Jenny, thank you for your time.
Awesome, no problem.
There she goes, Virginia Yahnke, an agronomist with the Allied Cooperative in the Tomah area on our Allied Cooperative Program. I'm Bob Bosold.